All right, people, you already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live. All right, people, we got to do this. Unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. This is my first time going live on YouTube with the talk show. Normally, it's not live, it's pre-recorded. So we're gonna. Facebook wasn't letting me do what I wanted to do, so it was just knocking me off. And we're going to see how things work here. We're going to have a call-in number 872-297-6389. So definitely, was going to do it just like we do it on Facebook. So there's no different. Normally, I could stream from both platforms at the same time, but today I am on YouTube live, and this is what we do here, people. I got to tell the truth, and what we do, and shame the devil. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in, people. I see you, Leslie Brown. Sharice, I see you. Hey, Peggy, I see you. Williams, all right, people. We own it, people. We own it. We got to talk about this. This is real, people. This is real. In Chicago, we had a lady that was kidnapped and kept in an abandoned building. And we want to talk about that as well. We have two runaways. I would say two people missing. I don't want to call them runaways, missing from on my page. So we want to talk about that as well, people. It's a lot going on, and we have to be concerned as parents, as grandparents, uncles, aunts, aunties. We have to be encouraged. We have to give support where support is needed. Again, people, this is live, uncut, unedited. And I'm going to ask you to be careful with the words, what you say on here. No swearing, because I'm not swearing, okay? So I lead by example. You could be free to talk, but just monitor your language. And that's all you have to do, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. I need everybody to come on in, share the video, share it on your Facebook page, share it on your Twitter. I don't care what you do, what platform, on your IG, because we need to talk about sex trafficking. It is real, people. Listen, we got people that's living among us, people, that are predators, they monsters, and they don't care nothing about no woman. They don't even love themselves. So how could they love you properly? How could they love you properly if they don't even love themselves? You know, this is live, uncut, unedited. Caller, where you calling from?
From Chicago.
Chicago. Okay, caller. Talk to us. Now, we could be free now. No, just watch your language, because I don't want to get kicked off here either. Go ahead.
Right. I was going to say I'm not even going to use.
Well, you could use.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. You could use. Go ahead.
I'm just going to use the street.
All right, come on. Now, I want you to tell us about experience that you were saying earlier on my live on Facebook, that your daughter, or I think your daughter, was a victim of sex trafficking.
Yes.
So
Yes.
explain that much as possible. What can you tell us about how that happened, what you've noticed, and what you had to do? Yeah.
Okay. The guy saw me hanging up my daughter's flight. I'm not going to reveal her name.
Okay, please don't do that. Don't do that.
The guy saw me hanging up flyers in the neighborhood. He saw me looking for my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I looked for my daughter for a whole year. It took the Cook County Sheriff Department to find my daughter. The Chicago Police Department do not deal with sex trafficking and runaways.
Okay, well, they deal with them, but they look for it. It depends on the age. They deal with it, but they deal with it. But I don't know if they're gonna break their neck and go looking for them. So let me ask you a question. Now, when you finally located your daughter, did she get some help, some counseling?
We are at that point right now.
Okay. Did she tell you the whole story? Did she give you some names of people that had against her will, or What did she
Yes,
get? Okay.
yes, yes. I got names. Also, I have to go out and prosecute these guys.
Okay. Okay. Did anybody get caught first? What they
Yes,
did? Okay. All right. Were they older men, younger men?
older men, older
Okay.
men.
Now, another question I want to ask you. Um, now you know it's not just men sex trafficking. Women work right along with them. What
Yes,
they
yes,
back
of
in the day
course.
they call them madams or what something like that.
Right, of course,
So
of
you
course.
right now you presently receiving she's receiving counseling, getting help for
Yes,
okay. All right. May I
yes.
ask your daughter's age if you want to reveal that?
I'm not going to reveal that.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not
I
going
just
to
ask.
reveal.
Listen, anytime I ask you a question, if you don't feel comfortable answering the question, say, "Hey, I refrain from answering the question. I don't want to comment." I'll have a problem with that. Trust me. But let me just say this
But
before you say anything else. Listen,
mhm,
people, you have older men, younger women, and older women out here sex trafficking people. Listen, this is one of the main things I hear talk. Girl, since you like to have sex all the time, you might as well get paid for it. Look at them hips and look at them thighs on you. You
mhm,
might as well get paid for it. Since you out here having sex and you just doing it for free, ain't getting no money. That's when they start grooming you, people grooming you.
mhm.
When
Yeah,
you hear
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, they're trying to groom you into what they want. I got another caller. Hold on, caller. Let me see. I got to screen these callers though. All right, caller, where you calling from?
Hello, it's Marty.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, brother, man?
What do you mean?
No, that's how you doing.
All right, good. What you want to talk
Man,
about, brother?
no, I'm not on the radio, am I?
Yeah, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm gonna call back later. And I'm trying to talk about some business.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. People, why they call this line? I don't understand. But okay, I don't understand. I got other line, my private line to call me.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, sister. Talk to us.
I'm
Now,
gonna also say they making this a business.
it is a business. They make it a business. That's correct.
They making it a business. They drugging the girls. They put them on lean, ecstasy pills. They going out buying wigs, and they bringing them out. And they not bringing them out late at and like at 10 o'clock. They bring them out at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm. And let me just say this, people. Let me just say this. You know, you sex trafficking is real. And I'm gonna break it down in
Hmm.
everyday term. We're gonna call it pimping. That's what it is. It's pimping.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
know,
yes,
most
it is.
men don't call themselves pimp. They call themselves security. But it's just
Hmm.
it's the same thing. The more things change, the more things remain the same. You know,
Hmm.
hey, listen, the game stay the same, faces just change. And little
Right,
names.
right.
The game is still the same. It's just like a dance. Oh, we did that back in our day, stepping and bopping. It's practically
Hmm.
the same thing, people. So this
And
thing is real. People, everybody that know me, I have found a lot of runaways. Me and my partner, Vera Giles Norris,
yeah,
missing, please
yeah,
come home. Global alert. People know
yeah.
we have been out there. We have flushed a lot of people out there. Even on my page right now, you have two young ladies are missing. Now, I can't tell you if
Hmm.
they runaways or if they've been kidnapped. Whatever the situation, they are minors. And we need to
Hmm.
point these people out. Because listen,
Hmm.
any young lady that's listening to me and that's going to listen to this audio or see this video, trust me,
Hmm.
men love women that do not listen to their parents. They love that.
Hmm.
Trust me. Yes, they'll sex
Hmm.
you up. Yes, they'll give you weed and act like they love you. But listen, ain't no better love than your own family. Trust me. People get out
Hmm.
here, they get lost. These streets don't love nobody. Nobody. I've been out there. Listen,
Hmm.
anytime a man put his hand on you and got to beat you and talk crazy to you, listen, he don't love you. Hold on. Caller, where you calling from? Caller, hello?
Hello. Hola.
Caller, where you calling from?
Hola, amigo. I want to order tres bean rice.
We got another troll again, people. I'm gonna block that number. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna block that number. We got these trolls coming. These trolls coming. These trolls are coming. I tell you, people, these trolls are coming on this live. Hold on, sister. These trolls are coming. They are mad people because we're exposing their game. And I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
listen, you got these hotels right off 127. You got the plaza and all them little hotels are nothing but sex trafficking. Over there on Stone. Listen,
The
I
malls
know
on the alley,
all them sex
the
trafficking, them young
ones
girls
on
selling
the
sex.
yeah,
Listen,
the one on College
the
Road.
one on Cottage Grove, and don't get me wrong, everybody that go to a hotel is not sex trafficking. Let me just say that. But that's where a lot of this stuff, this behavior is taking place. That's what is taking place. This is real. And let me just hold on. Let me say this, sister. I'm gonna let you talk in a minute. Young people, anybody that introduces you to drugs, they are not your friend. They're trying to destroy you. And I'm gonna tell you, young folks, you out there popping pills, you out there drinking lean, you smoking loud, you doing lines. Guess what? When you get a habit, then that's when they really then you notice your stuff start going against what you've been taught, sleeping with different men, older men, getting money. Trust me, some men don't care if you're 14, 15, or 16. They're not going to ask a question. They don't even want to know. They want to perform their dirty sex act out on you. They're going to listen, their eyes are lustful eyes. Trust me, on your little bitty body. No stretch marks, smooth skin, and all that. Listen, that is desirable. Trust me. You got men out here that will pay top dollar just to have sex with an underage or a young one. She don't even have to be underage. You got men out here that pay big money. Guess what? They don't want to know your name. They don't want nothing. They just want to have some fun. Some of them might just pay you just have a conversation to tell you about their wife. It's all types of, we call them tricks or Johns out here. And excuse my language, people, but go ahead, sister. Talk to us.
Okay. It was also so small that one of the guys that had my daughter worked it with one of my coworkers.
Uh-huh.
And he did not know that until I pressed charges on him. And he said he wish he wouldn't have never did that to my daughter. It's too late now.
Mm-hmm.
It's too late now.
And listen, let me say this. You got some men, they know how to pick. They predators. They know how to pick young girls. They know how to pick them. They know how to manipulate them and things like that. They know how to set them up, set the stage up. They bait them in, lure them in with gym shoes, phones, money, and things like that. And they prey on underprivileged young ladies. Let me see who this is, sister. You know, we got a lot of crank callers. Live uncut, unedited. Where you calling from? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, it's a crank caller. Crank caller. I got rid of him. Let me block that number. I need to block that number. Okay, go ahead, sister, and talk. Oh, go
It's
ahead.
a whole lot of creeps. It's a whole lot of creeps out here. You gotta pay attention to the signs, to the symbols. They saw me hanging up flyers and they had my baby 5 blocks away. And I didn't know. Didn't know.
Wow. All right. Wow. So are any of those guys arrested in jail right now? What?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Can you reveal what age they are?
One is 27.
One is 27.
One is 22.
20. Hold on, right there. Hold that thought. Hey, caller, where you calling from?
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing, caller? Where you calling from?
What's up, Burrs? What's going on?
What's going on? Hold on, I got another caller. I'll merge you in. Hold on.
That'll work.
Okay. All right. Merge you in. This is live uncut. All right, caller, we got a guest in. We got a male guest in, but the first caller, female caller, tell us how old these guys are again that had your daughter.
22, 25. And the last one was 27, I believe.
So all of them got arrested, right? Are they still in jail? Did you know?
The driver got 2 years of probation, but the other two is still on the trial.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hold that thought, caller. I want the male caller. Just call in. Just call in. Talk to me, caller. Go ahead.
Well, you said something that struck a chord with me, so I figured I'd give you a call. They say that a runaway is approached by a pimp within, let's say, the first hour of them being on the street.
Mm.
So you got people who are actively riding around looking for people, looking for strays.
Mm-hmm.
And to your point, they know it when they see it. If you talk to pimps, and I know you talk to, you've done a lot of street work.
Yes.
And when you talk to these pimps, they're almost like psychologists. So you have, how a lot of people who be begging for money, they don't ask everybody that pass them for money.
Mm-hmm.
They look at someone and they kind of know who may go for what they selling. You know what I'm saying? They don't ask everybody to walk past. They look at how you dress, how you walk. It's the same thing with a pimp or a predator. They can almost sniff it out.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell you're in distress. They can tell you come from a certain type of background. They know it when they see it. And little does that person know, you're going to be in someone's car the next 10 minutes. He's going to sit there and talk. Well, he may sit out there, sit on the ground with you, talk to you. You know what? Let me take you back home. I'm going to just take you back to the house because you shouldn't be out here like that. And don't never go back home.
Mm-hmm. And act like he care. Huh.
Right, most definitely. And that's how they bait them in. They're so relatable. They're so understanding. And they're preying on this person that don't know no better. We talking about, to your point, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, single parent home, substance abuse background, maybe some type of sexual abuse, neglect, physical abuse. You know what I mean? They need a break. Verbal, all that's the emotional. And they know it when they see it. And like I said, it's no less than an hour of them hitting the streets that they get approached by someone like this.
Mm-hmm.
You see people just snatching and grabbing, they just throw them in the vans. And that's why we try to make sure we have these tracking devices on our kids' phones, and we try to have other things on their person. So there's earrings, I think, that have some type of chip in them where you can track it, or there's other things you can put in their book bag or something on their shoelace that also have some type of chip in it, so you can follow your child, because the predator know how to turn off the location and a lot of stuff like that as well.
Now, this is listen, people, y'all, this is a gentleman talking. And he appears probably in his late 30s or early 40s or something like that. He's telling, listen up, parents. I'm talking about both males. Do not think your church-going daughter that was raised in church and you taught her with great morals and values that this can't happen to her. Trust me, it can happen to any one of our children.
It can happen to anybody's kid.
Anybody's kid.
Anybody's kid.
And let me say this, sister, hold on. Any parent out there that your child is running away or have ran away, don't be afraid to call and get help. Yes, it's embarrassing, but get help, because the longer they stay out there, the worse it may become for them. Trust me. And I'm like this.
Yeah.
You can raise a son or daughter for 18 years of their life. Put all the good principles and morals in them, and all it takes is one day a demon come along and destroy everything that you put in them in one day. And it can happen, people. We have to pray. We have to teach. We have to educate. We have to love. We have to comfort. We have to rebuke. We have to discipline our loved ones, because it can happen, people. The streets are mean, real mean, real mean. Any one of my guests want to say anything?
I said it in the streets, don't let I know that.
Right. Sister, I'm going to let you go because I got another caller coming, okay? All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. All right. Live Uncut Unedited caller. Where you calling from?
Calling from the south side, man.
Yes, sir. What you want to talk about, bro?
All right. A couple things, man. Like, so I was watching everything, listening to everything you were saying. But another thing you got to touch on also is like, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with like, and you got the Arab also sleeping with these younger girls, you know. So that's another big thing right there. We're not even hitting on that subject. And then another thing, Marty, it all starts from home. If you seen your parents mess with a man, your mother mess with a man for money, you know what I'm saying? You're going to think that's okay for when you get older, you're going to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it all starts from home, man. It really does.
Now, what about, bro? What about some of those parents that's living a clean life? Well, don't have men running in and out and all that, or women, whatever the case, and the daughter decides to go out there and do whatever she want to do because she think, she just take over. Now, what about now? You do have some of those rebellious teenagers do that too as well. And what you said is true, brother. I agree. I'm 100% with that statement that you made. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I agree with you, and I feel you on that too. But like say, the daughter she gotta learn somewhere. Like,
yes.
I feel like this. Let me tell you one thing, man. Social media is really destroying the youth when it comes to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like the violence, the gun violence. Women wanting to they not feeling like they're acceptable because they don't have a certain body. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the internet is showing the youth, you know what I'm saying, bad things. That's why girls think it's okay. They want to get their body done so they can be accepted. So they want to sleep with people for money, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just all messed up, man. I got like 4 sisters, man. 4 or 5. Yeah, I got 4 sisters. And like I said, my mother raised them the right way, but they still want to do what they want to do, you know? It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is crazy.
You just pray for them.
Yeah, man, I've been in one of these stores, these Arab stores about 2-3 years ago. I'll never forget. And he was flirting with these little teenagers. I think the little teenager had some breasts or something. He was saying something about her breasts and the flirting. I said, man, don't you talk to my sisters like that. You know what I'm saying? It literally wasn't my sister, but I was saying my black sister, don't talk to her like that. You know, don't talk to her like, and she just because she don't know better. She's flattered. You know what I'm saying? She don't know better.
Right.
She don't know that she's getting ready to get set up to be used and abused. Trust me, he's not going to take you home. He just want to have a little fun with you. Maybe give you some diapers if you get pregnant, some milk, some cheese with some what you call that stuff they put in them Doritos and all that little ground beef and all.
Walking taco.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a Boost Mobile on Hallstead. I believe like 103rd, 150 Hallstead.
Yeah.
And that guy, he sleep with the young girls. Like if they want their bills paid, you know what I'm saying? Like you go in there, like he sleep with them, you know what I'm saying? Like it's deep, man. It's really deep, man.
Well, let me ask y'all this question. Why do they do that? And it's kind of a rhetorical question because why do the guy who be blowing his horn at the girl walking down the street do that? He do it because it's worked for him before.
Yeah.
There's some women who actually are what should I say? They're attracted to that. Oh wow, he blew at me on the street. He just seen me walking and he just blew his horn. He was riding clean. I hopped in. And so the guy in the store does that because it has worked for him before.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't the first row, and he's doing it in front of adults. Martin, if he did that in front of you, imagine what he's doing when the kids get, the families send the kids to the store just for cigarettes or whatever they may get.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true, man. And hopefully they crack down on it. Like I used to live about 127 in Ashland, so I used to see them young ladies all the time out there selling their body,
And right now, you can go in there. You can go in there right now and see them women in there prostitute. I'm gonna tell you a sure sign of a prostitute. And there's no look now. You don't just have to be. I ain't talking about somebody gets crowded. I mean, you got young prostitutes, you got middle-aged prostitutes, you got older prostitutes. Mm-hmm. But a lot of time when you see them with carrying bags and bags on their back and all that, they mask themselves as dancers. I'm a dancer. But low key, you know what they're doing. They're selling sex. Yeah, trust me.
You know what, man? And it's real bad in Indianapolis. I lived there for 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew some girls that danced in strip club, and they was like so thirsty for money that they'd do like private parties and do extra things. So this one girl I knew, she went and did a party, and she disappeared, man. And
wow.
they ended up finding her body like a month later, and they found her car like in Muncie, Indiana. But just like listen, money ain't everything, man.
Wow.
Like her family was left burying her because she wanted to do extra things for money. Like, but I don't know, man. Hopefully they crack down on this prostitution thing.
Yeah.
Seriously, because.
And you know, one thing I go ahead, brother.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But when it comes to the like the strip clubs, you may have some women who, rightfully so, are just trying to make a few extra dollars. But why would you resort to those means, which is so many other ways to make money? Why? What happened to make you think that selling your body is the best way to make a few little dollars? And so someone may say, well, look, I'm just a bartender. Look, you in the game. I don't care if you the doorman. You in there. So you're gonna be selling some. You're gonna be selling some of your body one way or another. You may think, well, I'm in here, but I'm not. I don't got both feet in there. You in the game, regardless of I don't care what position you play. You're gonna end up on that pole, or you're gonna end up at a party selling yourself because you're gonna see and think that it's too sweet, and you got people just throwing money at you, but it's so much to come with it. But they glamorize the dollars and everything you see on Instagram. They taking a bath and all the $100 bills.
You know what, though, Mark?
Go ahead, brother.
I think a lot of guys really should like come together and form a group and like try to help these prostitutes turn their life around. You know, I'm not sure how you can go about doing that, but I think that should be like a start though, like to get these prostitutes off the streets and like turn their life around, man, because a lot of them ended up dead. Like you look on the news, like there's a lot of women coming up missing. You know,
coming up missing.
Sure
and let me say this, brother, for those men out there and women too, because the men just not operating alone. They have some women. They call them madams, right? Madams, but I don't know what they call them. But let me just say this: for those of you that's aiding and assisting a minor, you too going to get involved. If their parent, most of the time the minor don't say anything, but their parents prosecute you. So if you're holding somebody in your house and you know, even though you're not forcing them to stay, and you holding a runaway or sex or person that sells sex, you just as guilty. You get that up out of your house. You remove them. They can't stay there. One thing I know about black folks, man, we don't like police knocking on our doors. We don't like that. Trust me. And I'm going to tell y'all this, and this is on the record. I have talked to men that had young women, underage women, and my partner can verify this, that I said, listen, if you let her go, we ain't going to ask no questions, just let her go. I'll pick her up. I don't want to see how you look, and we're not going to press charges on you. I'm going to ask the family not to press charges. Because, listen, sometimes people, you have to make deals to get your daughter back. Because some people are, if you can identify them and they know you're a minor, they'll kill you. They'll kill you when they get done using with you. They're not going to let you get a chance to point them out in a lineup. Don't you know how embarrassing it is pimping a young teenager? And some people like to have a good name behind them. You know how bad it is sleeping with a teenager and it come public? Man, some people rather take your life than let that get out, that secret get out. I'm telling you, it's like a DL brother. Don't want his secret get out. He loves sleeping with the same sex. If I say I'm trying to be political correct. And some of them don't want their secret get out. And if they feel like their secret's going to get out, guess what? They're going to off the person that they're having sex with. I'm telling you, people, this is real, people. Listen to me. Don't believe what you see, a lot of stuff you see on TV. This stuff is real. It's happening in our community, in the black community. You got young runaways, there's DCFS, foster care, all that. And men can scope that out. They know when you in distress, what they do, they be nice to you. May like they're your friend just to get in your underwear. And they do it to same-sex to young boys too. So I don't want to exclude the young boy because you got male prostitutes out here too, young boys sleeping with older gay males, that they're out here. They doing it. They act like they're your friend, they act like they care, but you're nothing but a toy, a sexual toy. They are a predator, preying on your weakness, on your vulnerability. That's what's going on, people. I'm telling y'all the truth. Now, I don't know how, I want to talk about this story in Chicago. Maybe you guys can help me out. I want to ask you guys, what do you think about the story on 117th and Pure. They said there was a woman that was chained up or bound up inside a vacant house. Okay. What do you guys think about that story, that scenario? Because I'm hearing.
I didn't even hear about that.
You didn't hear about. Okay, I got another person. Hold on, guys. Don't hang up. All right, caller. Where you calling from, caller?
I'm calling from Chicago.
Okay, I think I hung up on my callers. I don't know. Okay. All right. So what you want to talk about, caller?
I want to talk about the incident that went live on Facebook off of 119th and Eggleston.
Is it Eggleston or Pure?
It's Eggleston.
Okay. Well, tell us about what you know. What's your thoughts about it?
My thoughts is I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? Hold on.
I do not.
You mean tell me you're a woman and you don't believe it?
Nope. I don't believe it.
Okay, I'm hearing the echo too. So you might have to take your earpiece off.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Okay, what about now?
Okay, that's perfect. Perfect. So tell me, give me your thoughts about this situation.
I watched the live.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. I'm sorry, I hung up by mistake. It hung up. Just hold on. All right, people. We still live uncut on there. To share it on your Facebook page. Tag somebody into it. Send it to their message. Okay, female caller, go ahead, sister. Okay, hold on. All right, go ahead. Y'all know I'm working this by myself, so you got to be a little patient with me. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
I don't believe it, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, let me get my popcorn out so I can listen to this one. Go ahead. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
And let me just say this first before I go into why I don't believe it.
Okay.
I don't mean to offend anyone that has been in that type of situation. I'm not trying to take light away from victims. I'm simply just saying that I don't believe this particular situation. And the reason I don't believe it is so many reasons. The first reason is because the young man that found the lady, he said that there were children that told him that the lady had been in the building for weeks. Now, that was the children that lived next door to the abandoned house.
Okay.
So it's just children in the building, no adults that these children would say, mama, grandma, TT. There's a lady, there's somebody in the building next door. They're beating. They want to get out. Let's call the police. Nobody said nothing. Okay. It took him to walk down the street to hear this woman beating and hollering in this abandoned home. And he claims that he's seen the man, the perpetrator, in a denim corduroy jacket with black pants. And he started to chase him, but he didn't. He was more concerned about the woman. And then as I watched the video, I just don't know too many people. You remember the commercial, the infomercials about sending money? What was her name? Sally Struthers, about sending money for the hungry children in Africa. That's what the live turned into. It went from him explaining how he heard the woman. Then it went into, well, if everyone would just give 28 cents a day, we could buy these abandoned properties. Help me. We can buy these abandoned properties. And then I watched the interview of the young lady. Even when the police were bringing the lady out on the stretcher, I know everyone reacts differently, but she was not hysterical. She wasn't screaming. She wasn't saying, oh my God, he's gonna. There was no emotion. Even when the news interviewed her, there was no emotion. And she was alone. This is a woman who has just been sexually assaulted at least on 2 different occasions by the same man. And she's on the street, again, alone, being interviewed by the news. They greased her face out, but she's right back out there in front of the house where she was kidnapped.
Are you serious?
Yes. And then she said that she knew she was common with this man and that she had seen him on a few other occasions and was used to talking to him. And on the particular day or night that he took her, He just grabbed her and dragged her down the street to the house. Not that he threw her in a trunk or a van or a car, but he grabbed her and dragged her on foot to this house. No one seen anything. No one said, oh, we called the police. It's a lie when people say black people don't call the police. Yes, we do. Because especially if we live there and our kids are there, our mothers and sisters and aunties and grandmas, and we call the police.
Well, hold on, sister. Let me ask you a question. Now, I didn't reshare the video on my live. So many people sent it, and I didn't share it on my page. So my thing was, when I watched the video, I didn't feel her energy. I'm talking about the woman. I didn't feel like that she didn't give me enough energy, that she has been victimized. Somebody that's been held captured for a couple of days, no food, no water, been sexually assaulted, will be, I just didn't feel, I'm not saying that it didn't happen because I wasn't there.
Me neither. I just said I
Trust
don't
me.
believe it.
It just, something wasn't lining up,
Yep.
So that.
May I interject real quick?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
And this just coming from a mental health background. Everyone responds to trauma differently.
Yes.
I'm sure you all might have went to a funeral and seen someone you thought should have been hysterical and they didn't express any emotion. I've seen my mother at funerals, and she's the only one that's not crying. But it doesn't mean that she wasn't hurt and that she didn't grieve in her own way, but maybe it hit her when she was triggered by something or something later, or she was trying to save face in public. So we all respond to trauma differently. And
I agree.
Like, how was she supposed to respond?
And again, I didn't say it didn't happen. I said I don't believe it.
So my question is, and I respect what you said, and I'm definitely not trying to contest what you're saying. I'm just saying that trauma looks different and how people respond to it looks different. So what was she supposed to display to convince us that whatever happened?
It wasn't just her. It was just the whole energy, the whole vibe of the live. It was just everything. The video.
Okay.
Let me just say this, brother.
I didn't see that.
Let me say this, brother.
So.
Let me just say this, brother. Let me just say this. I have talked to so many women that have been a victim of rape, kidnapping. I have. Okay. And I have seen them go from 0 to 100. It's like we call it triggers. Certain women that have been victimized, and I'm not a mental health person, if you touch them a certain way, they're going to a trance. Don't do that because it reminds me of something. I'm going through a moment. Just hold on. Wait. So me personally, I'm just saying this, me personally, I wasn't there. And I pray that it didn't happen.
I hope it didn't.
I just didn't feel that energy that a person that was there. And the brother's right. People show pain different. They show pain, trauma different. He's 100% right. He's correct. But I just, in my little findings, this is just what I'm saying. Because I can hear somebody screaming, hollering, crying, and they've been kicking like the man said he was kicking, bamming on the doors. You've been in there for a couple of days. You're dehydrated. You feel violated and all that, She
was out within hours. When she was taken when the ambulance came, the lady was out within hours on the street again. They said that lady had been in that building for a week or better. So you mean to tell me he was taking her food and water? It takes longer to rehydrate a person that's dehydrated. It doesn't take, you have to get your electrolytes up. A normal person that has went out drinking and is dehydrated from drinking and partying, it takes at least an hour, 2 hours when you go get on the medic truck to get hydrated. When you don't feel well, you can pay a few dollars and they got this truck that rides around you can get on and get hydrated. Okay, now this is a person who has been sexually assaulted, held for a week or more, at least a week, who she wasn't even hoarse from beating and hollering. I can send you the video.
And to your point,
I don't believe it.
And so sexual assault aside, Yeah, somebody locked up for a week or so. You right. So you make a great point, and you have the benefit of seeing this video. So I try not to speak on things that I don't have the full information of, but you make a lot of sense. Okay, like I said, even if she wasn't sexually assaulted, you've been held up in this place with lack of resources. And, you should be dirty, grungy. You should be dehydrated. You should have been in the hospital at least overnight.
She could be dehydrated. First of all, a person that's been traumatized in such a way, no hospital is gonna release you in a couple of hours after.
True.
They're gonna keep you at least for 72 hours for some type of evaluation.
True.
They're not gonna just let you back onto the street.
So let me ask you this question: what do you think was the purpose of it?
Now go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what the motive was. All throughout the video, the man that claims that he saved this woman, he went right into a skit about buying abandoned properties and gaining ownership of them for the betterment of the community. We can buy these properties. We can get together and we can buy these properties. We can turn them into what's the houses for people when they get out of jail?
Ex-offender safe halfway houses.
Halfway houses, yeah.
Oh, we can turn them into halfway houses. We can turn them into DCFS shelter homes. All these are the type of things that a community can. A lot of police officers, veterans. Those are the first people to get the chops at those type of halfway houses and DCFS houses for wards of the state to live in. They get it, and they get a kickback for doing it. I know what I'm talking about.
Hold it. Somebody said in the messenger, he said, remember, it was hot and humid when she was locked up. No way could she have been up and walking that fast. That's what the person.
I don't believe it.
Well, listen, let me just. Well, I don't know. I don't know the story.
I didn't hear about this at all.
Yeah, this is on the south side in hundreds. Yeah.
I don't believe it.
But you know what? Now let me ask you this. At times when things happen with our school age children, they talk about abandoned buildings and try to eliminate them or try to repurpose them. And so do you think it's similar to where they've been really just trying to get rid of these empty lots and have people build on them? Do you think it's similar, or this is something different?
No, this is something different. This is about, I believe deep down inside, he may want to really help the community, but he doesn't have the know-how, but he's not savvy enough to know how to apply for the grants and, get somebody that writes up the letters to get this money. So in his mind, this was a slick way to go live and say, look at me, I saved this woman. Oh, look, she was in an abandoned building. You guys, we can all come together, 28 cents a day. And I'm not lying. That was the exact figure.
28
What
cents.
person from the neighborhood gets on the live and saves a woman from being kidnapped for a week and then is a mathematician too?
So he didn't practice his speech already. He got the calculations there.
Wow.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Wow, that make a lot of sense. Now that you just said that.
Wow, people, this is what you call logic. You reasoning. Sometimes we have to look at things, and I'm gonna say I wasn't there. I wasn't there
either, but I saw that video and I analyzed it.
Right. So it's been, and like I tell women, we still have sick people that live among us. Our nephews and uncles and nieces and aunts and mothers, they sick. Anytime adult parent allow a minor that's a well-known runaway to live in your home without contacting the proper authorities, turning in, receive some help for parents, and you allow that young person to live in your house, you're just as guilty. You're just as guilty. That's not right. That's not right. That's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's son or something.
Yep.
You're not
Now, let
right.
me ask you this, Martin.
Yes, sir.
You know, at times, growing up in the community, there would be like a safe house, and it'd be a woman I know. She'd just take in all the kids in the community who needed something to eat. These are, you know, she knew their parents and everything, but it was a safe place where someone could go and get a meal if they wanted to. And I don't think she ever questioned, okay, this boy had been over here the last 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a place he knew he could go and get nourishment and things like that. Now, so we do have knowledge sometimes of kids who come into our company who are in need of some type of, you know, food, shelter, things like that. And it's common in the Black community, especially, to take in kids like that.
Mm-hmm. But we're talking about minors, though. You know, you have to see. First of all, if a minor come over my house, first of all, you cannot spend a night over my house.
No, you gotta call home. Right.
So that's the first thing. A responsible parent. This is what a responsible parent would do. I need to talk to your mom
That's right.
before I allow you to spend a
Right.
night over here.
Right.
That's what a responsible parent would do. That's what do. And plus, as parents, when you're raising females, you're not allowing other males to come around.
No,
Because you know what can happen. And you know, I'm not taking a gamble with mine at all. That's why I don't allow mine to go spend a night over somebody else's house like that.
That's right.
If I don't know what's
right.
going
But
on.
it's to the point, Martin, it's to the point now, it's so safe to assume that it's just men who are the predators. It's young girls turning these other girls out at times.
Yes.
It is.
We said
It
that.
is.
We said that on this live. We did say
Okay.
that women are just as guilty as the men. They're not working alone. The men not working alone by themselves. They use the women to lure other women in. It's like a trap. They work together, get money. Listen,
Mhm.
this world is so materialistic that people would do anything for $1.
Anything,
$1.
even stage of brutal rape and hostage kidnapping. Yeah. I don't believe it. And I'm sorry. I don't believe it. It's just my spirit just couldn't attach and align with what was happening. I don't believe it.
See, I didn't look at it that way until you just said, you know, I didn't look at it.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you make some great points. I don't know the guy that did the video. I don't know the female that got raped. So they're supposed to got raped.
I don't know anybody. I just don't believe it.
Now, let me
And
just
that's
say,
what I said,
let me
right.
say this to a young lady out there. Now, if you feel like you have been violated and you feel like it's your fault, even though you went over that male house, no is no, regardless. No is no. That's your body. So
That's
you
right.
have a lot of females too, and some female probably called and testified is they've been raped and sexually assaulted, but they blame themselves. Well, it's my fault. I shouldn't have went over there. I put myself in that position. Yeah, it's kind of your fault, but still, that's your body. No means no. Simple as that.
No means no.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I mean, I'm not a contractor. I don't know how to build a house, but I do know that there is no drywall on this earth that's 10 inches thick. Most walls, you can put your foot through them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then once you put your foot through it, what's behind it? The wood. And so they said she was chained to a wall.
She must have been chained to a radiator. That's all I can see. A radiator.
But they didn't say radiator. They said wall.
Okay. Hold on. What somebody put on here, listen to it in the messenger. It says that a kidnapper feed people. She said she knew him as well. And just because she didn't want to stay in the hospital doesn't mean she's not a victim. We never said she wasn't a victim.
We never said that. And I also did say that she said she was common with the man. So you have to listen. Listening is fundamental. I said 10 minutes ago that she said she was common with the man from being at the store. I said that.
Now, we do also know there's a such thing called Stockholm Syndrome, and people who essentially grow fond of their capturer over time because the capturer is still providing them with shelter, food, things like that, even if they put them in a position where they're bound. They find there's some sick type of bond that forms in the midst of that. I don't know if this woman was going through that. You know, despite the fact you got me locked up and chained up to this wall, you still looking out for me, giving me little scraps to eat on, type thing. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know
They
what?
said
Let
that
me, so,
bound at the feet and handcuffed and chained to a wall.
listen, any lady that's on my live feed that's in my messenger right now, wouldn't you want a picture, the way this guy look, a description, a face?
Yes.
Wouldn't you want that? Have any one of you guys seen that yet?
No, I haven't seen a sketch. I haven't seen nothing. I haven't even heard anything about taking the police to where he took her from. I've been following it. Nothing.
Well, was he arrested?
No, we don't know who he is.
The guy
That's what.
that did the video said he saw him walking down the street and he started to chase after him, but he didn't.
So he a community member. He walking around the neighborhood.
Yeah, he didn't even run away. He walked away.
Yeah, he from the area.
He's from the area.
But see, what we're saying is there any description of it? Is it a sketching?
The only description that they gave is that he had on black pants and a denim corduroy jacket. That's it.
No features.
They didn't even give a complexion. They didn't even give a complexion. They didn't even give a race. That's how I know it's a bunch of BS.
Uh-oh.
And all these rain cameras and everything else they got, they should have been able to capture something.
Something.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. Something. So, women, just be careful of who you entertain, the company you keep. That's all I can say. You know, right now, this is one of the hottest topics right here in the city of Chicago right now, outside of the gunshot violence. But we have to start questioning things and like that. Well, one of the people in the messenger box, they said that we're judging her on her appearance. That's the only way you can judge on a. I'm judging. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm judging. You know, I'm judging. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not judging her appearance. Her appearance would mean I was looking at her hair. I was looking at her clothes. No one said nothing about her outer appearance. I said that her energy, her emotional stance was not aligned with a traumatized person. I never said anything about her appearance, and no one else has either.
Somebody said that they said that he was dark-skinned in the video.
Okay, and that he had on a corduroy denim jacket and black pants. That could be anybody.
Height, we need height, weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
She didn't say she had never seen him. She said she had talked to him on a few occasions at the store.
So that means she should know the full description of this gentleman.
That's right.
Or they should be able to go to the store. Why the security they got at our stores? You should be able to give a timestamp, some type of window of which she was in the store.
Yes.
And they could run them cameras.
Yes.
People, I'm just saying, this
She
is.
said she had talked to him and seen him at that store on a few occasions. So she felt comfortable talking to him because she knew who he was. Now I know what I heard in that video. And
we realized, we did say earlier in the video that even the brother said, everybody, when they're traumatized, act different. Everybody don't act the same. And we agree, we all agreed on that. We all agree. But it's another thing when if you're dehydrated, and it was hot the other day, super hot. So,
and she had been in there at least a week and a day or two.
That's what they said, right? I don't know what. How long.
Yes, that's what she said. She said she had been in there. The man that allegedly found her said the children that live next door said that she was in there for weeks. But then when they interviewed her, she said she was in there for like a week and a day or so. So no news people went to the house next door and asked the adults in the house Why didn't they hear anything? Where are the children that heard her screaming and hollering? But
and if you're captured, would you have a true sense of how long you've been in there?
I don't know. After days and days and days of no food, no water, and being sexually assaulted, I can't say. I don't know.
Like, how would you know unless someone told you, yeah, you was in there for a week? How would you know how long you was in there?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Exactly.
That's a good point,
I
people.
lose a day just from working 14 hours in a day sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I have to look at my watch to see what the date is.
Yeah.
What was like the condition of her clothes? Because I would imagine she done urinated on herself and everything. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, I couldn't see her when they brought her out of the house.
Oh, okay.
The ambulance was there.
Mm.
But when I watched the interview, she had on a very large, oversized red and black parka coat and some large gray jogging pants and some like flat, like ankle boots for women with like a black fur around the ankle. See, I studied the whole video, all of it.
And then, I mean, let's be honest. Any
Okay, hold it. We got some
of abuse.
We got some good news, people. I just got a text, and
Okay.
one of the young ladies that I posted up today that was missing. Matter of fact, she has been found. So that's a good thing.
God.
So that's a good thing.
Thank God.
That's a good thing. So
Oh.
one of the young ladies that have been
That's
missing,
all.
yeah, she's been found.
Thank God.
So I'm gonna update that on my Facebook. So that's that's
Please
a beautiful
do,
thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna update that. I'm definitely gonna update this picture. Man, this is a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing.
Amen.
So okay, I just want to make that announcement. It was actually Johnson, the same last name that made the post. I believe that's her mother, and Jatava Johnson, that's the mother of the missing. So the young lady, they found her. That's all I can tell you about. I don't know what condition she in or where was she at. I do not know. I leave that to the family. I keep that. All I want to know is she's found, and let the family, hey, deal with that. So, okay, guys, y'all go ahead and talk. I just want to throw that announcement out there. I'm gonna update this. Yeah.
And I don't mean to offend anyone. Again, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to take light away from the victims that have been through what this woman and this man is alleging they went through. I'm simply saying I do not believe what it has been said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe any of it.
And real quickly, you said that so essentially she did a press conference.
The woman did a press conference with the news in front of the house that she was found in.
Yeah, that don't happen like that. Especially because that's only going to re-traumatize you. And what victim does a press conference? You're going to protect their identity, especially if the person hasn't been caught yet. The perpetrator hasn't been caught. So,
well, her face was greased out. Her face was greased out, so we can't see her face in the video.
Did they disguise her voice?
No.
Yeah. They dropped the ball on that.
They did not disguise her voice, but they took her right back to in front of the house.
Now that's strange.
That's very strange.
I'm trying to be as far away from that thing as possible.
Exactly. And then you right back on the street, walking alone. She walked off down into the street alone. This man
they had an agenda.
Yeah, something don't sound right, people, and we have to question things. We have to question things because, did I hear about he was taking up a donation?
Yes.
Okay, what purpose of him taking up
Let me tell you what he did. He made a post on Facebook because I went there and I was reading everything. He said that this young woman needed a place to stay and that he wanted to get her a hotel room for about a month or so. And so he was asking for money to put her up in a hotel.
Wow.
Why does she need a hotel? There's so many shelters for Will County, DuPage County, Cook County has shelters for victimized, battered, attacked women.
There and all type of stuff.
They got all types of programs.
Right.
Well, it's something to think about,
And the
people. Now.
hotels cost.
It's something to think about. It's something to think about now. You know,
Mm.
we wasn't there, but it's something to think about. We have some questions, some serious concerns.
You mean to tell me the hospital didn't offer any type of, come on now. Come on, y'all. There's advocates that work in the hospital for sexually assaulted victims. Come on now.
True. And they got all type of questions for you before you leave.
Yeah, and they got if you have somewhere to go. Okay, you
Right.
don't have nowhere to go. Let me get you signed up with a shelter for battered women.
They're gonna give you a rape victim advocate, all that.
They gonna give it to you.
Right.
They gonna offer it to you.
Right. That's true.
And if
So-
they don't, they can get in trouble.
So, other words, let me just be honest with you. So, do you guys believe it's some stage or some foul play, something going on? What do you think?
I believe it's staged. I'm just gonna say it. I believe it was staged.
I don't have enough information, but based on what the woman on the sharing the live with us, I can see her point, but I don't have enough knowledge to make that conclusion. But that it kind of sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it. I don't.
Wow.
But you know what? And I don't want to. I don't want to jump the subject. But remember when Martin, you were talking about a few months ago how the stunt with Will Smith, how that was staged.
Right.
How you can't believe everything you see and you hear.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
there goes.
guess what? It's strange that you brought that up because I just saw the real movie where everything was reenacted. It's on Facebook. Somebody pulled up a movie, and everything was exact. They were at an awards show. The guy was on the stage. He was a comedian. He said something about the man's wife. The man got up, walked up on the stage, and slapped the man. I mean, play for play. So yeah, that was staged too.
Mm.
And it was staged because Black people don't watch those awards.
Wow.
Not that one. We don't watch it because we don't win. We don't win over those awards.
Right.
Wow.
So we don't watch them. They needed to get the numbers up, and that's what they did. And I believe this man that found this alleged victim, I believe that she was easily influenced. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say it. She appears to be a little slow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be mean. She's not the sharpest knife in the kitchen cabinet drawer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm just going to say that. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying what I observed.
Right.
Was she? Let me ask you a question. Was she beaten? Did you know? Did he beat her?
Well, she didn't say he beat her. She said he raped her.
Okay.
She said that she had been raped twice.
Mm.
She
Okay.
didn't say he beat her.
Wow. So wow, this is crazy. Well, let me just flip the script. We had enough of that. We're just going to be watching that. But let me just get back onto these sex trafficking. Is real. Now, for those women out there, somebody make some noise. Those women out there that been that's victims of sex trafficking. And when I say victim, you've been lured into that life. You've been forced to have sex for money. And any young person that's listening to me, and I told you, if an older person, somebody got their phone on, I hear echo. If an older person come to you and say that you having sex anyway, you might as well get paid for it. You can get paid for that. They setting you up for failure. That's what they're doing. They're setting you up for failure.
Yep.
Trust me.
And setting you out.
Yeah, I'm a man. I know. Trust me. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. Trust me. They're setting you up. Trust me.
And out.
They're
And
out.
Yep.
And you got men out here that would deal with a little bitty baby 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yep.
And you know these 15-year-olds, they got bodies like they're 22 and 23. We know that.
Yep.
But when they open up their mouth, you'll know where they at. You'll know where they at.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't want these young ladies talking to these tricks. Excuse me, but I got to call it what it is. Because the trick might get wind of how old you are.
Yep.
And remember, young lady, some of these men out here, they find out that you're young and they've been sleeping with you, they might kill you because they don't want their secret to get out. And it has happened. It's real, people. This is real. Prostitution is real. It's going on. What they always say is one of the oldest professions in the world, prostitution.
Yep.
It would never go out of style.
Yep.
It would never go out of style. But you know, let's talk about the dark side. You going to the clinic. You getting a fatal disease. Let's talk about that. You getting a stalker. It might even cost you your life. You getting raped. You getting beat up.
Yep.
You getting put on drugs. This is the dark side. Yes, the money look good. Them $100 bills look good. If you can go in there 10 minutes and make it happen and get 200 or 300, man, who wouldn't be happy? But at the same time, young lady, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Well, you said, well, Martin, I had to do what I had to do. Listen. You had to listen. I know somebody right now. They got a lot of money, but they can't spend it. Their health is not up to par.
Lord have mercy.
The health is not up to. Got money. Don't have no financial worries. You can buy anything that they desire, but the health is not up to par. So I'm saying say this. Your health is number one. Now, some of you want a lot of money. I want a lot of money, but guess what? I'm not willing to pay the price of some things.
No.
I don't want no death sentence. I don't want to be on a lifetime of medication. And when you're on a lifetime of medication, the probability can happen you could be on dialysis because all medicine have side effects. So I'm gonna just say that. I'm not a doctor, but I do have the common sense to know that all medicine have side effects. That's it.
You kidding me?
Somebody said down in my women that are raped cannot refuse treatment from the doctors. The cope of practice is the ER staff to call the police immediately for an investigation. That's a good point.
The police are the ones that took her. The ambulance was called to the scene. The police were there in the live video. I watched it.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched it. The police were there. The ambulance took her in the ambulance to the hospital, and she was out in a couple hours.
Then somebody said you could leave a hospital within hour if you want, but you gonna sign an AMA against medical advice form. So I guess, but they talking a medical term. I don't know all these medical terms, all these forms and things like that. But something is you brought up some good points. Was she dehydrated? Was she crying, screaming, hollering? You know. Listen, now imagine somebody.
And it's not so much the lady. It's the dude that drove me into it. It's him. It's the dude that allegedly found her. It was just him. He had exact figures. If we all give 28 cents a piece for a month, we can buy this property, and then we can buy the next abandoned building, and we can get make it a halfway house and a DCFS house and a this type of house, and then he called out a woman's name on the live. Come on, listeners, you know I'm not lying. Speak up. He called a woman by her name. I think he addressed her as cousin.
Wow.
And she's into real estate.
Wow.
Now, if I'm lying, y'all, on this live, type it in right now. She lying. Y'all was on the live. Y'all watched the video just like I did. I believe this Iceman called out a family member and called her cousin and said that you're in real estate, you can help me. Say I'm lying.
Wow. And I'm trying to
And
figure
he
out.
started out by saying that he didn't want, I don't need no trip. I don't need no fancy car. I have a bus card.
Ooh, I'm trying to
I
figure
don't
out
have to have all.
why is he raising money? He got a GoFundMe up there on his page? I need to go look at it.
He said that he was asking for donations to give her a hotel room for about a month.
Wow.
He wanted to get her a hotel room. If I'm lying, say I'm lying. Y'all watched the video just like I did. And then you went to the post where he typed it in and said that he wanted to get her a hotel room for a month. Y'all heard him bring up the family member that's into real estate, called her cousin.
And hold on. Somebody said that he said he's coming back Monday, today, and take over the house. Let the bank come to talk to me.
Yes, that's what he said in the live. He did say it. He did say it, that he's going to take over the property. He sure did. He said that in the live.
Wow.
And he said he's going to do it not just there, but he won't help.
Somebody said, hold on. Somebody said, okay, caller, you made some valid points to think about. She definitely did. She got me thinking now. Y'all know I'm the crime chaser. She got me thinking.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm like my brother here. I'm going to
it-
go back and look at the video and do more investigation, though. But she made some good points that you can't deny.
If we could find the alleged victim, I guarantee you she can be wooed with something monetary to tell the truth. Because she's not very savvy. You know. I guarantee you.
Man, if this all a hoax, people, if this all a hoax, she told one of the greatest lies. Both of them.
Disgusting.
So was this the actual news there, or this was like a Facebook Live they did?
He went live, and it was all live. He went live. He said he heard. He said he doesn't even walk down that street.
But I thought he said he was standing there talking to a friend. He heard some beating in the alley or something.
He said that that's not even the regular route. Come on now, people on the live. You was on there. He said he does not even take that route. But on this particular day, he decided to take that route. And he said that he was standing there talking, and he heard somebody beating and begging for help. Now, come on, people on the live. You know I'm not lying. That's what he said in that video. Come on now. Tell the truth, shame the devil. He said it. And he also said he seen the perpetrator.
He did?
He's the one that gave the description of the clothes. He said that man had on black, and the police kept asking him, well, what did he look like? How much did he weigh? And he was jumbling around, I don't know. He had on a denim corduroy jacket and some black pants. Just say some black pants. Just say.
Somebody said it's a hoax. It might be, boy. If we find out, remember y'all.
Real.
Hey, remember y'all heard it from this page first. Now,
it's not real.
Y'all heard it from this page.
And the sad part is, he going to jail. If them people find out that he's lying in any type of way, he going to jail. That's the sad part.
Well,
because they love shaming activists, especially when you're black. They love to get any type of dirt on you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, somebody said
you black call yourself trying to help the community in any type of way. He might really actually want to help, but it's his approach is all wrong.
Well, people, you know the con game is strong out here in Chicago. You see these people getting money. The con game is strong. Somebody said it's a lot of pod cameras where this took place at. Oh my God, that's yeah.
I'm sorry. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. And y'all know I'm not lying. Anybody that watched that video, you know that lady is not that sharp. IQ wise, she is not. She's a little slow. And say I'm lying. I dare somebody to say I'm lying. Say it.
You made a lot of good points.
Anybody
I can't say you're lying because you made a lot of good points. I mean, it's something to think about. But you know what? For some strange reason, normally something like that I would allow on my page, but I didn't allow it on my page. Seriously. I don't know.
There's too much tomfoolery.
Yeah.
You don't want this. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm not trying to expose anybody. I'm just saying what I don't believe it. See, the thing about social media, guys, when we get on social media, it's no longer our business. We make it public at this point. And we open ourselves up for scrutiny. We open ourselves up to be observed and criticized and minimized and all those things.
And let me just say this. Any lady that have been victimized, I'm not going to question that what you said. But in this case, we're looking at different things. She made some good points, valid points. It's something that should be taken consideration, because we got people out here that pull stunts for clout, for views, and for money. And I'm not saying this may be the case.
He might really be trying to help the community, but is it for access to power or is it to help the community? I can't say, but I'm saying this. I don't believe the accounts that have been shared on that. I don't believe it.
I watched it live, but I didn't watch it all the way through. I skimmed through it. So I need to go back and rewatch it. And we bring this back tomorrow, run this conversation and observe a lot of things. So
yeah, I was on it. I was on it and I seen it. I watched it. I listened to every word. He went right into the 28 cents a day and how much it would take to get the property. It's like he's done research on the
now all of a sudden
already.
somebody say he's going to take the house now. I guess he wanted that house. Wow, man, this is amazing, people. You know, things are going on in our community. We got the gun violence, we got the gangs, we got prostitution, we got burglary, armed robbery, people coming up missing. We shouldn't take none of this lightly. Again, any parent out there that have a female or male child that's ran away, whether they're disobedient, no reflection on your household, you put their face out there on blast. Push them out. Trust me. Yeah. And we know some of these young folks got a mind of their own and they think they grown. You ain't been here no time.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. I personally do not believe not one bit of it.
Well, somebody said that in the messenger, they said that man helps the community. He is a coach.
And I believe he does.
I really don't think he's trying to get people's money, period.
Who is it?
I don't know. Who is this guy? What is this guy's name? Not go on this page and look.
Something Ice. Something Ice. I can't.
Okay.
ICRE. It says the Reverend
Antoine or Antone Ice. I'm not saying he doesn't do a lot of work in the community. I just am saying that I do not believe this situation. Right. I don't.
He might just be very opportunistic. You know, you get people who became millionaires in the pandemic. So in every public crisis, is a millionaire that's formed. So.
Or it could just be that he's trying to bring awareness to all the abandoned buildings where things really do happen.
Well, let me just say this,
guys. Can do that.
Let me say this. You have community activists do a lot of great work in the community, and they want money. Sometimes they pull stunts.
Yeah, they do.
They pull stunts. Somebody said go.
Yeah, because he could have been advocating for these buildings before the incident.
Yeah.
You know,
you have to wait on the incident to advocate.
He does things in the community. I believe he's outreaching to the youth. I believe all that, but I just don't believe this.
Right.
I don't believe it. It just didn't settle well. I've seen people go in abandoned buildings and found dead girls. What was that? 2018 on the west side. We watched Lamont LaFord go into abandoned buildings to get a girl out. Ran up in there on two guys and everything. We've seen that live. You did, and the only thing that was stopping them people from getting in the building to get that lady was some boarded up windows. It was more than just one man out there. You said that you seen the man walking away.
So the man
You're
just
known in the community. Didn't nobody gather up? Didn't nobody ante up and say, we going in there and somebody in there?
How about this? Maybe I can reach out to him and have him come on and let me interview him.
Yes, that would be good.
That would be great.
So many questions.
That
would be great because there's so many questions.
And he can promote what he's trying to do with the building.
Right.
Right.
And with other abandoned properties.
He can come on my platform, my little small platform I got on YouTube, whatever, Facebook, whatever, and he can come on here, and I would love to interview him. So maybe I need to reach out to him. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? And
it would be.
Yeah. Because see, I can actually.
Maybe he can give us some clarity.
Right, give us some clarity or something.
Because I just don't believe it.
You're gonna give him the floor that nobody else gonna give him. So
yeah, I'm not trying to be messy. I'm not trying to start no trouble, but I do believe that he does do outreach with the youth. You know, I believe that he does that. I just don't believe this.
Well, we're gonna work on that, people. Maybe I can work on that tomorrow. And if I can interview him, I'll be happy to interview him and see what's going on with this. So this is love. This is love.
I apologize if I'm wrong. You know, I'm human.
But you made some good points, though. Yeah.
And you're not the only one that think that way.
Because for some reason, I didn't share the video on my page. I don't know. Normally, in a case like that, I will share a video on my page.
And
so it was so fishy about it.
Let me tell you something else, too. Black people are nosy. We are very nosy by nature. We see police on our block. We gonna come outside. The people that's not at work. This was in broad daylight. There was no crowd of people coming out of their homes. Nobody wanted to see what was going on with the ambulance and police.
And you said the kids that seen us like a week early, you know, kids gonna say something.
And nobody gathered in front of that house to see what was going on. Just him, his cell phone, and maybe two people. And the police and the ambulance. Nobody came outside to see what was going on. Come on now, y'all. Black people are nosy. We're nosy.
But a lot of times we be knowing what's going on our block and don't say nothing. We be knowing that it's a dope house right next door and this and that. And so,
but when the police come, everybody's coming outside to be nosy. Even if we don't say nothing, we still nosy.
Except for the ones that got something to hide.
Yeah, man,
behind the blinds.
This is a great discussion, and man, so his name is D-Ice. So maybe I need to reach out to him and ask him to come on. Yeah, ask him to come on my show, my YouTube show, and we can talk and give me some interviews.
No, you mean to tell me there's no residents on that block that have owned their property for 30, 40 years? Old people, nosy people, people that don't work. Some work third shift, but they was at home that day. Nobody came off the porch to see what was going on. Come on now.
But a lot of times, we call that pluralistic ignorance. So everybody knows what's going on, but don't nobody say nothing. Yeah. Or they'll assume someone else will say something.
Well,
everybody, like, we're familiar with that. That happens a lot.
Yeah. The one messenger said that he said it was a lot of people out there asking what happened and people on the porch next door. Oh, really? It was people next door, the one where they heard the kicking?
Yes. He said that the children said that lady had been in there for weeks. Say I'm lying. Not, and these kids, you hear somebody beating and hollering saying, "Let me out." Not one adult heard it and called the police.
And I'm with my
Or
brother.
if they told,
I'm with my brother. He said, how long? How would she know how many days she been in there?
Right. She
but
said she
if
was in
the
there
if
for
the
like
kid
a week.
said something and the adults didn't do anything, they just as much to blame. That
Yeah.
speaks to what type of block it is. If you know the kid's gonna say something.
Okay.
So she was in there for a week.
He said the kids told him that lady had been in there for weeks. When
So
she got on the TV, when she did the interview, she said she was in there for a week.
So what happened on the first day of the week? If the kids say she didn't been in there for weeks, what happened on that day one?
Oh,
I don't know.
y'all hold on, people. Somebody said I grew up with a man that lived in the abandoned house on my block. We all knew his name, and he lived there for a few years. Okay, not this guy, but just somebody, you know. So,
that kind of speaks to what I'm talking about. So sometimes we know stuff like this go on. Oh, that's the house over there. Don't go in that house. People be in there. People be in there doing drugs. Like we know it be certain houses on the block that it's just off limits, and we just kind of coexist with it. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happen in our communities that we should say something about, but we just don't.
That's true.
That's true.
So all I'm saying, I say that to say it would make perfect sense. Like this don't surprise me because stuff like this go on.
Okay, so people getting up, going to work, kids going to school. You hear somebody beating on windows, talking about "Let me out, help." Somebody gonna be scared to call the police. I'm calling the police. I'm not finna keep hollering and screaming help, but I gotta live there. Oh no, I'm calling the police.
This might not have been the first time though. They might have been like, "Oh, they at it again."
Wow. Well, people, I'm gonna leave it right here, and I thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna end it right here, and hopefully, I can set up an interview, and I'll get some great news for you guys tomorrow. Let you, hey, I'm gonna interview this guy.
He's not going to come and do a live for you.
Well,
he's not.
I was worth trying. I want to reach out to him.
You don't think he is? I think he will.
He's not going to.
Well,
I would say that this is a crowd chaser. He can get in touch with people now, and especially if the guy want to promote whatever he's trying to do and spread awareness.
He can get in touch with him, but he's not gonna go. He's not gonna come on the show.
I don't know. He might. I'm gonna try it. Don't say it. I might try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna reach out to him and
he's
see.
Gonna go on Facebook Live and he know the exact dollar amounts and how much. Like who would pass up an opportunity to spread awareness on something that they say they're an advocate for? I don't see why he wouldn't come on the platform.
We'll see, because I'm sure enough gonna drill him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna ask him questions. Well, when did you know this? And how did you know this? How did it look? And let me just close with this, people. I'm gonna close with this. Why have not a description, a sketch of his face have been put out? She know exactly how he look. If she said she had contact with him before from the area and stuff like that, so she know how he looks. There's no guessing. No guessing. Am I right, brother, sister? No guessing.
That's right. She knows exactly who he is because she said it.
Wow. Wow. All right, people, that's it. We're going live, uncut, unedited. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what it is. Appreciate y'all. Uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.